What we're going to be learning today is we're going to be learning the art, the corazón, the pasión of decryption, okay? Now, on the AP, you need to know only 3 types of encryption, okay? Or decryption, okay? You'll need to know octal, hexa, and binary, okay? And that is where we're going to start with binary, okay? So let's take a look, okay? First things first, binary, okay? The Latin root is bi, meaning what? Yes, like if you're taking a poop, dropping a deuce, okay? So the number 2. So what does that mean? That means that you can only use 2 numbers. In this case, 0 and 1. So all binary numbers will be 0 and 1, and they will have a subscript. So for example, if I said 11011, it would have a subscript. This doesn't allow me to do a subscript, but it would be a small subscript of binary, okay? Now the goal is to get to decimal. How do we get this number to be decimal, okay? Well, let's talk about our numerical system first. Our number system is a base 10 number system, okay? What that means is all of our numbers are of a base 10. So if I do this, 485, the way that our number system works is I say 5 times 10 to the 0 power, 8 times 10 to the first, and 4 times 10 squared, okay? 10 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 10 to the first power is 10. 10 times 8 is 80, okay? And 10 squared is 100. 100 times 4 is 400. And when I add all of these together, I get 485. Makes sense, correct? So in a base 10, we use 10 as our base exponent. So in binary, it would make sense that our base exponent would be what? Anyone?
10.
2. Who said 10? Was that you, Vasily?
No.
Was that you, Leo? Was that Leo?
It was Vasily.
It was Vasily. I think it was Vasily. Okay, it's a little early, Vasily. I'm going to cut you some slack. So let's look at this number here. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So I always start from right to left. Okay, 2 to the 0 power, 2 to the first, 2 squared, 2 cubed, and 2 to the fourth. So anything to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 to the first is 2, 2. Anything times 0 is 0. 2 to the third is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16. Okay, so 16 plus 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 equals, so 24, 26, this is 27 decimal. Okay, anybody have any questions regarding that? Very good, very good. Okay, now the next one, so binary is pretty easy because if you know your bases of 2s, you pretty much got the number done. Okay,
up to what base should we know?
What's that?
Up to what base should we like just have memorized?
So here's the thing. I'm requiring you guys to know the like binary and hexa and octal. You're not going to need to know binary. I've never seen on the multiple choice, I've never seen them ask for binary to decimal. It's always been octal to hexadecimal. But for octal, you'll only need up to 4 places, hexa 3 places. So we'll get into that. But for binary, I mean, I know mine up to like 128 or 256, 512. Basically, just take the next number and multiply it by 2. It's pretty simple. So, all right. So octal. Okay. Octal. Okay. Oct being what, Allie girl?
8.
Very good, which means we can use the first 8 of our numbers, 0 to 7. Okay. So it's a similar format. So let's say that I say 57 octal. Okay. So I give you that 57 octal. Okay. Well, how would I solve this? Same process, 5, 7. Okay. And then what I would do is I would do times 8 to the 0 power, 8 to the first. 8 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 8 to the first power is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so I add these two together, and this equals 47. Okay, wow. All right, let's give you guys one to do. Okay, let's have you do a practice one. Let's do 638. This will be a bigger number. 638. Vasily, what's the answer? Vasily,
Wouldn't the answer be 416?
no. Nick, what would the answer be quickly? Tell me right now in 2 seconds and I'll give you an A. For the entire class, you never have to come back. 1, 2.
416.
Isis, what's the answer?
What?
You can't convert it because there's an 8.
Thank you! You can't use 8 in an octal number. You can only use numbers 0 to 7. Okay, right off the bat, you should know that that is an error. You cannot do it. Isis, runner girl, shocked. Okay, very happy that you do that. Okay, all right. So,
Would you actually
6:30
have given me an A?
No, you got it wrong.
I said, would you have?
The minute that I saw the heads go down to start doing the math, and Isis just sat there with a smile, I knew right away that she knew it. I just wanted to see if anybody would catch on. Isis was just like, I know this. All right, so that being said, let's change it up. Let's do 637 octal. 637 octal. Let's do that one. Benny, why are you so late?
My Wi-Fi went totally down.
It took a poo-poo?
Yep, pretty much.
415.
I'm in class, leave me alone, Ada. All right, okay, so 637. So 6, 3, and 7. Okay. So I multiply this times 8 to the 0 power. I'm sorry, yeah, 8 to the 0 power, 8 to the first, and 8 squared. Okay. So 8 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 8 to the first power is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. I'm going to need one of you guys' help with the next one. Okay. 8 squared is 64. 64 times 6 is what?
384.
384. So 384 plus 24 plus 7 equals
415.
415. Okay. Now, get 415, and you would put D, E, C right there. Okay. So that being said, you can actually store an octal number in Eclipse. Okay. You can actually store an octal number in Eclipse. So the way that you do that is, what was our number that we just used? 637? Okay, so if, let's say I wanted the octal value of 637, okay? What I would do is this, so int x equals 0, 637. It knows that you're talking about octal, otherwise why add a 0? It would just be 637. So 0, 637, 415. Okay, that is how you store an octal number, right? Now the last one that we're going to go over is the bigger one. Okay, hexadecimal. Okay, hexadecimal holds all numbers 0 to 9 for a total of how many numbers? That's 10, right? If I go 0 to 9, that's 10 numbers. Now I can't use 10. The reason why is because if you and we write 10, we will see the number 10. But the computer sees it as 1 next to a 0. So we need something else that will represent 10. Okay, so we use letters A through F. In particular, capital letters A through F. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15, for a total of 16 possible characters that we can use. So if we take a look at this number here. Whoa, it's really windy out there. Okay, all right. Let's say I do 1FB. Okay, 1FB. All right, hexadecimal. The way that I would break this down is I would say 1FB. Okay, times 16 to the 0 times 16 to the first times 16 squared. Okay, anything to the 0 power is 1. What is 1 times 11? 11. 16 to the first power is 16. What's 16 times 15? Anyone?
240.
Huh?
240.
240.
340?
240.
So 176. 176, 16 times, oh, whoops, I'm doing. You are right, 240. Okay. 240. I was multiplying the wrong thing. So 240, and then 16 squared is 256, right? 256 times 1 is 256. So 256 plus 240 plus 11 is equal to what?
507.
507. Okay. 507. Bingo. All right. So we have 507. This is the decimal representation of a hexadecimal number. Okay. It's base 16. Now on the AP, you will never get more than 3. They will never go higher than 3. Okay. It's just too much calculations, too easy to make a mistake. Okay. Be careful of things like this though. 1FB. That is an error. Okay, that is 64-bit encryption, right? We are not doing that, all right? And you do not have the time to, to do that, okay? So that being said, that would be that would be too large of a number, okay? So we can also, we can also store hexadecimal numbers as well. But rather than a 0, we put 0x preceding the number. So if I said 0x 1FB 507. Okay. Yes.
What if you wanted to store like octal or hexadecimal numbers like through a for loop in an array? Would that still work or no?
Yeah, that would still work. Yeah,
Okay.
so you got to be careful with the memory. Now, as you guys know, some of you guys remember, last year we had a great worksheet called the Martinez Club Code. Do you guys remember that? Well, the Martinez club code has been updated with binary, octal, and hexadecimal numbers. Okay. Now the message is still the same. If you want to get into the club, you got to know this code. Okay. However, how many of you guys have access to a printer? Isis, you don't have a printer?
No, I'm not at home.
Okay. Can you get access?
No.
Okay, so we'll have to figure out something for you. Okay. Do you have friends?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so that's out too. All right. So, okay. Now, I'm kidding, Isis. Isis, why aren't you under your bunk bed? Where are you?
I'm in Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing in Vegas?
It's a 3-day weekend.
Where in Vegas? What hotel?
Delano.
The Delano. Ooh. Next to Mandalay Bay. That's a nice hotel. What floor?
18.
Oh, poverty floors. I don't stay below 25. All right, now, that being said, God, I hope your parents can't hear me. Ah, I see. Do you guys see right behind her is the Luxor, the pyramid? Yep, that's how sad I am. I have been to Vegas way too many times. Okay, so, all right. Now, what you need to do though, is you guys, just as a refresher, most of you remember this because we reviewed it in the compare to method, your ASCII tables, okay? So remember, when you convert something back to decimal, every key on your keyboard has a decimal representation, okay? So A, B, C, so when you convert it and it gets to like, let's say 65, okay? That would be a capital A. If you get to 110, it would be a lowercase n. If you get to 32, it would be a space, okay? So you're going to have an ASCII table to decipher this one club code. Isis, you're too young, you're not gonna get into any Vegas clubs, okay? So, all right, and Armand, even when you're old enough, still not gonna get into any Vegas clubs. All right, now, so that means, unless you know this code, all right? So, does anybody have any questions? Your assignment is gonna be, I'm almost done finishing. Who remembers what the code was for last year? You guys don't remember I'm the man, you the man, bling ring 32? You guys, you guys don't remember that? So I have updated it with a super spicy secret message, okay? And I will have that to you guys at the latest tomorrow morning. It's not gonna be due until Monday evening, possibly Tuesday morning, okay? Because I want you guys to enjoy your 3-day weekend. And then I hear we have another 3-day weekend coming up. Is that true?
Yeah, I think so.
Is this just is this because they feel bad because they took away our spring break?
I think it's just the office hour days.
How many of you guys are actually going to need office hours?
Not at all. 0. It's just a day off.
Because I'm going to go to Joshua Tree. Bonus point. What famous band wrote their album Joshua Tree in Joshua Tree?
Don't know, but I went there last weekend.
Nobody knows? Do you guys not listen to good music?
Can you ask the question again?
What famous band wrote their album Joshua Tree in Joshua Tree?
I can't believe you like U2.
It's U2. It's one of the greatest selling albums ever. With or Without You, one. Every song on that album's a hit. Ugh, I hate all of you guys. All right, so
Really?
expect your email or expect your what's it called? Your assignment to come in the email. And I will see you guys later. Have a great 3-day weekend. You guys have earned it.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Gracias.